Peace, y'all. Peace and wellness. Peace and love. Everybody's coming through with the Alafia today. So peace to all of you. Welcome into the Crystaline show. I am Mrs. Duüblé Jones, the lady with the stones that come here and leave us alone. And I'm a spiritual guide to assist you in this life in any way that I can, y'all. We have 20% off. My spirit led me to run it back. And y'all been asking the DMs as well when I was going to be popping up with another sale. So I just came on through with it. What the hell? So we have the 20% off our personal rituals as well as our spiritual services. Use the promo code abundance for any spiritual services that you need. I offer tarot readings, past life regressions, birth chart readings, consultations if you need advice or you want to know where you need to start with certain things, or just, general spiritual guidance. Contract breaking, which is like spiritual clearing, where we go. It's a guided meditation essentially. Reiki, I offer that. Contacting a deceased loved one. So if you want to connect with your ancestors and things like that, and you want some channel messages, CrystallineMars.com. Again, the promo code is abundance for your 20% off, and the personal rituals, which include a ritual tailored to you and your intentions, and you also get a personal candle. So shout out to y'all who have already taken advantage of the sale. It hasn't even been a full 24 hours yet, and y'all have been booking. So thank y'all so much for keeping me busy. I can't say no more. I can't say no more, baby. Okay, we there. Okay. Mic check 1 2 1 2. I had to see what it do. Y'all know that's my part. I can't say no more. Woo! That girl voice back. But yeah, y'all. So shout outs to y'all. Thank y'all so much for y'all orders as well. You liking what I see? Everything that's crystals, that's on me. I came through with some heat today. I had made 6 gorgeous pieces. I'm not showing y'all yet. Y'all will definitely have to stay tuned when it comes to updating yourself. I do not like the view of this YouTube. What is this? Why I look like that? Hold on, y'all. But y'all gonna definitely have to stay tuned on the website when it comes to seeing the latest greatest. But I have some bracelets and some fire necklaces that are literally in queue. They're already ready to go. I'm just gonna drop them divinely. So y'all stay tuned in, tapped in. Y'all know we got the 20% off the stone of the day, which is garnet. She's somewhere around here. But yeah, she up there. CrystallineMars.com. 20% off for the next 48 hours. And meet us here every night, y'all, as well as meet us on all of our platforms. We're on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, and our handle is at Crystaline Mars. So we're about to go ahead and get into the show, y'all. You already know, y'all. Y'all spam the comments with your hearts so we may synchronize our mind, body, and spirits to receive what we all came here for. Ashe. So y'all go ahead and spam the comments with your hearts, whatever colors, however many you'd like. Welcome into all of y'all. I don't know what's going on with TikTok. Let me exit out and come back in because I think it's a glitch. Let me see real quick. Peace, Blaze. My day was well. Thank you for asking. I've been up since 6:30 and I did not take a nap today. So it was a day. But I wasn't tired, which kind of caught me off guard. I was like, wait, what's going on with me? Why am I up? Why am I not tired? But, okay, so we back on TikTok, so we're going to see how that flow. But, okay. Y'all coming through my favorite colors. Peace, melanated. All right, y'all. Peace, machine. Thank y'all for the hearts. I see y'all. I don't know what's going on with TikTok. I just joined us. I exited and then re-entered the live. And it's saying that it's notifying the viewers, but nobody has been in the room since we entered. Maybe it just might be like that. That might just be the energy today. I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and flow with it, though. Y'all fried because y'all was letting me... Okay, yeah, we got lovelies in the room now. Hey, y'all on TikTok. Y'all fried because y'all was letting me say the full moon's on the 16th this whole time, and the full moon is tomorrow. I've been meaning to say that because it was brought to my attention a few days ago. And I was like, the lovely's been letting me say the full moon is on January 16th. But anybody been feeling that Cancer full moon energy? Ghetto AF. I'm so glad I'm not a Cancer and I have like little Cancer in my chart. Oh my goodness, bitch. Go ahead and let it skip on by. Damn. Cancer, they have very beautiful energy, very nurturing, loving, kind, caring, and things like that, but it's also annoying. Can't cap. Hey, y'all. So we about to see what Fortitude got for us. Honestly, I'm feeling called to connect with Unveiled first. Shout out to y'all for y'all orders for y'all Oracle decks as well. CrystalineMars.com. Peace, y'all. Yes, run it up, TikTok. I don't know what was happening. We had little hiccups, but y'all are in the room now, so we just about to get started. And YouTube, if we could get the likes up too, please. Y'all go ahead and share this live with a lovely or two. Add it to your story, whatever you need to do. That glory. All right, come on. I'm so annoying. What's up, Unveil? What you got? Hold on, because I got to take a sip. Did I even hit the dang? I got to take a sip. It's really hot right now, though. Hold on. All right. Let's see what we got. I was going to say, wow, I was going to say something last live, but I was mid-vacuum. It's okay. It is okay. But, okay. All right, what you got? This situation is testing your intuition and discernment. What do you feel and know to be true? Go within, Hermit. Speaking of freaking Cancer, the crab. I am not full for readings. If y'all want a reading, yeah, I meant to say that. Thank you, lovely. If y'all do want a live reading, I do have openings tonight. $15 minimum. Y'all can send y'all love donations in. $10 for one yes or no. $20 for 3 yes or no's. So Cash App, PayPal, Apple Pay, Zelle, Venmo. Y'all can send y'all love offerings in, and I'll get into that after. I do have some breaking news. We will be discontinuing the spiritual exercises on Sunday. I didn't know either, y'all. Literally yesterday, I had intentions to do it, and I got a download today that it's time for us to go ahead and let that part go. And I was like, Ashe. So, yeah, just had to throw that in there real quick. So, I'll be doing any live donation readings after the collective. But we have, what a card at? Hold on. This situation is testing your intuition and discernment here. So, this could be something that's challenging you in a way where spirit may be telling you to do stuff. Your highest self, let's be very specific, right? Your higher self, or maybe even your ancestors of the highest white light, are guiding you to do things, but then you may get questioned by somebody in the external realm, a family member, a friend, a lover, whoever, and they may be challenging you. And like the card said, this situation is testing your intuition and discernment. What do you feel and know to be true? Because with this feeling, the full moon is in Cancer, so your intuition is going to be very, very, very heightened for a lot of us. So a lot of it is like just feelings, like urges, where you're knowing that you're being called somewhere, or you're knowing that you need to start something, that you need to release something, right? Like I just knew we was done the spiritual exercises, and it just came to me, and I just allowed it to flow, and I let it go. But there may be something that's really creating some confusion in some way. So like the card says, what do you feel and know to be true? Go within, Hermit. So definitely introspection, definitely checking with yourself, and don't second guess yourself when it comes to whatever this is that you know to be true, okay? Also, we have balance your chakras and center yourself and relay it. Stop overthinking how, when, and where to say it. The opportunity will arise again. Will you express yourself honestly or continue to lie and replay it? So, hey, there may be some truths that you're being called to speak up on. This could be some things that you have been internalizing. I got you, Mr. Bud. There may be some truths that you are internalizing here, or, just some things that maybe you weren't even consciously aware of that really grinded your gears. And with this full moon in Cancer energy, there are a lot of things coming to the surface, gifting you the opportunity to explore, to connect with, to empathize with, and also to communicate, to express. Okay, this could have to do with relationships, because Cancers has to do with Cancer is ruled by the moon, and that governs like our basic needs, our how we feel safe, cultivate that safetyness within our relationships. And so there may just been some things, or there may be some things that you really need to be honest with, like, hey, this bothers me when you do this, or hey, this is like, what I need more from you right now in this moment. And if you don't have the capacity, I just definitely want to communicate, and express to you like this is what I'm feeling, or this is what has been bothering me here. And this could be something that you've spoken on before, and it may be another opportunity for you to go a little deeper, or it may just be like a deja vu kind of moment where you just get an opportunity to evolve your communication, So let's see what we got here. Somebody is an artist and have been really like getting into their bag with their like recording songs. Not sure if somebody's like trying a different style of music or a different kind of beat, but I do feel like there is some different approach or different like stilo when it comes to this artistry. We have Christ consciousness in reverse. So, okay. So at this moment, there may be certain things that are being highlighted when it comes to the areas that you still have yet to grow, or, the areas where you still, where growth is still, where you can still have some growth, where you can still grow, right? But Spirit's calling for you to also acknowledge where you've come, how far you've come as well. And now I can't talk right. So this could be something when it comes to your communication skills, or just the fact that you're speaking up about some things, or even just taking accountability. Some of you are taking accountability for the lack of growth in certain areas, or the lack of maturity, or you're just speaking up, but maybe your natural defense mechanism is to shut down. And it feels like this energy where I don't know if this happened already or this is gonna happen, but it's this energy of like you feeling real good, everything's cool, you vibing, you jamming, and then the script just flips, and it's like, whoa, that took a left turn really quick. Like I was just dancing in the living room and now I'm crying on the couch, and so there may be some things that really come to surface for you to acknowledge, but I do feel like there is some understanding to be had. This person or whoever this is that you may have a conversation with, it does feel like, I don't know, it's interesting because I'm seeing both sides, because somebody is unstable and don't know how to articulate their emotions or even identify their emotions. And so some of you, it may be kind of challenging with dealing with this energy, and that may be why you shut down, because maybe they're argumentative, they gaslight, or they just don't have the emotional capacity to receive and just have an adult conversation. But then for others, that's not the case, and I just still feel like you may be triggered. The person may not even be poking the button, poking the bear, or being argumentative, but it's just something that's triggering you internally, and that's for you to explore here, and that may come up in the conversation, or it may be something that you reflect on after. And even because some of you are already in hermit mode, so you're not, really in contact with anybody. For some of you, your phone be crickets, you don't have too many calls coming in. It's just pretty quiet for the most part. So there may be just some things that you reflect on, There may be some things you reflect on from your past. And you may just need to like forgive some aspects of yourself or nurture yourself. Be kind to yourself as well. I see somebody going to the mirror and just seeing all their flaws. There may be some kind of weight gain or just insecurities that you have about certain features. And be kind to yourself, especially when it comes to mirror magic. Okay? Speak into that mirror what you want to see. Speak love, speak life, speak light into yourself, because that mirror is going to definitely reflect back to you what you speak into it. And mirrors also hold memories as well. So, not sure, like you may just be boohoo around the house, right? Some of us may need to, not some of us, but it would definitely benefit us to cleanse our mirrors at this time as well. Cleanse our mirrors, get some Palo Santo and or get some dragon's blood sage and just go through your home and hit all the mirrors. And you can just, say a little protection prayer, or you can just visualize like the energy vanishing with the smoke. Okay, but it definitely, I do feel like somebody need to hit up their mirrors, all the mirrors in their house, okay, to just cleanse that energy. When it comes to conversations that you had, like, and mirrors are a portal, and they, like, when it comes to conversations that you have, when it comes to just everything that you do in that mirror captures, it holds on to it. So yeah, it's time to cleanse it out. Okay. Whoa! That was hot. Okay. The energy feels really draggy. Does anybody feel draggy? Like, this collective energy that I'm picking up right now just feels like blah. Like, I'm here. Who feels like that? Like, I'm here. You may feel indifferent. You may feel just out of touch with your emotions. Because with Capricorn, with the sun being in Capricorn, you know, Capricorn is very much like emotions. Like, anybody got time for that? So some of y'all may be in that energy where you're just like over it. Like, you're really just over it. You said me. I feel it. It just feels like sluggish. It feels blah. Not saying that you're not productive, but it just feels like merp. Like, it feels really merpy. Like, honestly. Peace, baby boo. We have Oya in reverse. Christ consciousness in reverse. Oya in reverse. Yeah. It be like that sometimes. It really do. Oh, y'all saying me. I say. So, what's up, Oya? Everything that glitters ain't gold. Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness in reverse. Oya in reverse. Everything that glitters ain't gold. So there definitely may be some veil that is being, oh, I love this. There is like, some of you may be battling something when it comes to like deception, it feels like, but I see a veil being lifted and something coming full circle. Something coming full circle. This is for somebody who was like down for a little while, maybe a long while. And, I don't know if you had this epiphany, but somebody's going to have an epiphany where it's like, I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to pick it back up. I'm ready to do it again. I'm ready to rebuild. I'm ready to revamp. I'm ready. I don't know. You may like go reflect back to like old pictures, like pictures from a year or videos or music or whatever, art, whatever. Memories from this time last year or earlier last year. And it just inspires something in you. Like, I'm ready. It's like it's like a fire being lit up under your ass. And I love that because it feels like this is pulling you into a space where you loved showing up, but maybe due to circumstances or whatever, you had to take a step back and, you know, adapt. I say, y'all. Masterpiece said, I'm tired of being the help. When is my help coming in? Aw, yeah. I understand. And that's the energy too. Like, be honest. Allow yourself to feel. And everything, you know, does not need to be like explained, like, or understood by you in this moment just to give you the permission to feel. You know what I mean? Like, because, you know, we try to, especially to those of us who have a connection with our ancestors or our higher self or our spirit guides, we like to ask questions for clarity. You know, you may want to pull a card or two. You may want to go into meditation and ask and things like that. But ultimately, what this full moon is calling for us to do is just allow yourself to feel. Ask yourself, like, what do I really feel at the depth of my soul that I am not allowing myself to express? What am I tired of? What am I hurting from? You know, and allow those emotions to come up and come out. The purge. We need this purge, okay? This is a beautiful way to start the year. I know it may be a little, you know, annoying in the moment, but ultimately this is going to clear space for what's coming in for you, okay? But we have foster home, shelter, and abandon the situation. So with this abandon the situation, everything that glitters ain't gold. Some of y'all are just, like I said, seeing things for what it is. And you're like, you know what? I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be with you anymore. There may be some kind of breakup, some infidelity. It could be, this is for somebody specific or a few people. But this trend here when it comes to infidelity or somebody not being loyal. And it's like, because what I'm picking up right now is Remy Ma and Papoose. It's a Remy Ma and Neo song playing right now in the background, and I don't know, who cheated first or who cheated, but just from what I did see on social media, Remy Ma, she's an artist, and she supposedly, yeah, and she even came out and admitted it though. She was sleeping with like another rapper, and she was in jail for years. How long was Remy Ma in jail? Like 10 years? I don't know how long. And her husband held her down. They got married in the jailhouse and everything, and then she did him dirty. Like he held her down all them damn years, and then she got out and cheated on him. Like it was years since she been out, but still. So this could be a situation where you were being like super, super, super loyal. You said 6 years. It's like super loyal, and it's like somebody may have kicked you in the ass. Like, bro, really? Like me out of all people, So there may be some things that really, really hurt your feelings, and that may be the thing for some of you, and it may not be where somebody like cheated on you, but it's just somebody maybe, didn't show up for you when you really, 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 really needed them, maybe somebody was talking behind your back. Maybe there was some kind of infidelity or some kind of distrust that came up that just really like hit you to the core. Like I would not have expected that from you, because the full moons also do bring it, it reveals hidden secrets here. So peace, blessed, and thank you so much. All right, so we have move your body, workout, dance, and yoga. Okay, so Spirit's calling for you to listen to some music that is going to lift your spirit and get you in your groove. Get you in your groove. It could be an R&B song. It could be an upbeat song. Whatever. If you want to like just wind your hips, whatever you need to do, working out, right? Rather it's a punching bag, kickboxing, some push-ups for the masculine or even the feminine who, are heavy in the gym or working out and fitness and things like that. But having you on moving this energy. Do not let it stagnate. Do not let it become water under the bridge. I don't know why, but I'm just seeing the Super Bowl with Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake when she had the nip slip. I don't understand why I'm seeing that right now. What's up with that? So maybe that's speaking of something being exposed, like a vulnerable, sacred something, secret, or just a part of you that you shared with somebody, and that person may have like took that information and like used it against you or something like that, or exploited you in some way, shape, or form. There may be like pictures that come up for somebody as well. I'm seeing somebody find somebody either watches porn or has like this secret fetish for anime. I'm seeing nude anime chicks. And even if it's not nude anime chicks, like there may be for some of you like something that you found out about your partner or something you see in their phone that just kind of like turn you off. You're like, you're really into this stuff. That might be a conversation that you have or maybe not, But even if it's not like that, around like the nude porn stuff, it's something that is in somebody's phone that may be coming to light as well. Or just little things where like they always turn their phone over or something with the phone. So definitely keep your eyes open. That's just what it feels like. Keep your eyes open when it comes to monitoring how people move around you. Have you on you be the monitoring spirit. But not in a way where you are invading people's privacy, right? Going through their phones and, creeping on them, pulling up, peeping Tom head ass. Not like that, but just more so being aware and just peeping game, Paying attention to the red flags and not take the rose-colored glasses off. All right. Let's see. Happy birthday, Muddy, buddy. Merry solar return. Blessed, you are always reading me in my life. So we have royals here. We have royals here. Okay. So with this royals, it does feel like something about the quality of life. Somebody is manifesting a higher quality life. Maybe your quality of life, you just feel stuck, or it just feels very much blah. It's giving like that meh kind of energy. And you may want more, or you may want more, or you may be putting in more work so these things can manifest, but something may be slow to move. I heard earlier that you are ready to receive this large amount of money. Some of you uh some of you are have had this cycle where you will have a come up and then you'll blow it fast. You'll have a come up, then you'll blow it fast. You'll have a come up, then you'll blow it fast. Or even if it wasn't just like a reckless spending, it may have been like, now these hidden bills, right, are coming to the surface. Something done broke down with your car, or now your food stamps behind, so you got to actually pay cash for your groceries, little stuff like that. But I do see something coming through, and spirit wants you to be responsible with this money. Somebody's about to come. Somebody's blessing, financial breakthrough is right around the corner, and spirit may just bless you with just a little sprinkle at first. This can be, like maybe something like $30 or something like that. And spirit's going to see how you handle that, what you do with that, because this is for somebody specific. It's this trend that you have. Your guides know you. And so it's like they really want to bless you, but they don't want you to squander these blessings. They don't want you to squander these blessings. Yes, they want you to enjoy and, treat yourself to a little piece of jewelry, crystallinemars.com, every now and then. But, don't spend $8,000 here, or, $500 here, and then in one sitting. Like, you don't have to spend that much right there. Let's divvy it up. Get a little something here, get a little something there. So it's heavy on the spend wisely here, because it's like you're doing a lot of work. You're doing a lot of work when it comes to rituals. You're doing a lot of work when it comes to rituals and manifestation, and your spiritual team is working even harder. And so when it comes into fruition, it's like a slap in the face. It's like very disrespectful when you literally just squander it. When you literally just squander it. And it's like, bro, do you know what we just had to go through? You know what you had to go through for that. But you may get stuck in this abundant little trap, because when I say abundant little trap, because you may not really be at a certain space yet. Like, you may not be locked in the vibration. And I don't know if we're ever really locked in the vibration, but you may be just getting your feet wet with something. And so then when this thing comes through, you're like, oh, I made it. Mama, I made it. Spend a check and get it right back. Spend a check and get it right back. And you've been doing that. And you see that you ain't getting it right back. You see that it's like, hold on. Wait, I need to do something different. And so spirits, like, they want to continue to have this abundance flow in for you, but you definitely need to be responsible. Bless said, I caught my ex watching porn and he got mad. He tried to sabotage me by kicking me out of his apartment. After I left, he threatened to post a recording of me venting to my family member. He left his iPad at home. It was recording me while he was at work. He loves anime. He broke up with me because he got tired of not being able to play with me psychologically. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. So I literally just like tapped into your energy. You came in and said, hey, and I read your fucking life. Now I see why you said that. Woo! Find the nearest exit, because what? Had to sip my tea to that one. Yeah, so we have promotion here. So consider this a confirmation. And some of y'all are like, it's the little things, it's the simple things that say I love you. Because some of you don't even see how your seed is blossoming. And so Spirit's giving you little sprinkles here, sprinkles of fairy dust, magic dust, abundance dust, love dust. And you may have this grand vision of, the end goal of what you want it to look like, or this bulk version of it. And Spirit's like, we got to build to that, And so you may even be overlooking what is actually manifesting in your life right now, because it may be very well manifesting. It's just a baby. It may be a little chicken nugget, right? It may be a little embryo, And here you go, like, where is the full-term baby? It takes time. But are you even paying attention to the subtle shifts? The morning sickness, the nausea, the bloating, the tender boobs. Are you noticing, metaphorically, because I know we got some masculine here. My point is, are you noticing the little things? Or are you sabotaging the little things because it's not the big thing? So have you on that. So if you have that mindset where you're like, Duüblé, you keep saying, or Spirit keeps saying, or tarot readers keep saying, or I keep having these downloads and visions that keep saying, I have a promotion coming through, right? I have abundance on the way, but where the freak is it? Well, maybe you need to squint your eyes and look a little closer. Maybe it's something that you're overlooking. Maybe it's something that you're overlooking. 10 times out of 10 is something that you're overlooking. So take a close look and just reflect on what doors have opened. And it could be the littlest things. It could be the littlest things that are free of charge. It could not even have to do with exactly what you are manifesting. It may not have anything to do with money. It may just be the energy of love, of support, somebody saying something kind, somebody giving you an uplifting word. You know what I mean? But are you even noticing the little things? Because pennies do have value. Pennies do have value. We be quick to, I'm just saying just that, generalize, but be quick to just throw a penny away, or to let a penny fall out of our bag and we leave it on the floor. But what about that time when your total is 56 cents? You're going to need that penny. You know what I mean? We have protection prayer. So with this protection prayer, some of y'all may want to really, and I talked about this, and especially as we are in this 9-year, it is important, it is imperative that we cover ourselves spiritually. Because the enemy is definitely going to be showing up in me, in you, in me, in our shadows. You know what I mean? Things are going to show themselves externally that are going to try to trigger us, that are going to gift us the opportunity to see where we are, to choose how we're going to respond, how we're going to handle a situation, how we're going to approach a person or whatever. And if we do not have if we're not grounded and centered, like the Balance Your Chakra card came out from Unveiled, if we do not balance our chakras and center ourselves, we may end up, in a place that we don't want to be, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, because we failed to be responsible or take responsibility over our emotional space, or just over our life in general. So protection prayer. Some of you could also benefit from the Leave Me the Fuck Alone ritual. I told y'all it's 20% off right now. We have this shift is bringing you closer to your desires. Again, confirmation. So you're moving slowly but surely. We have Kundalini activation. This is also a spiritual service that I provide. Speaking of the chakras, speaking of activating that God DNA, And so I do encourage y'all to take an intentional bath and or an intentional shower. Get you some frequencies playing. I love to smudge in the bathroom while I am bathing and while I am showering. And so it's like the steam, and then I have the smoke going. I have my frequencies playing, and I I do my spiritual work in the shower and in the bath. And so I definitely encourage that y'all use the water element as a tool, especially being with this moon moving through Cancer. You know, that water element is going to be very profound during this time when it comes to your healing. Brittany says, do you play the pure tone frequency or the others? I don't know what you mean by the pure tone frequencies, but most lately I've been playing our prayers. I've been playing our prayers. Brother Logas and myself, we have prayers that we have recorded. And so I play those now. But before I played those, it would be like just different kind of frequencies, different hertz. Or sometimes I would do like the orishas, like I'll play some Yemoja music, Yemeya music, or whoever it is that I'm connecting with. So I'll do that. But we have 555 that fell out. All right. So I do see that some necessary changes are being made here. I am seeing like a power struggle. I'm seeing a power struggle. I'm not sure if it's because you're choosing to make certain decisions and that's triggering somebody. Like they're like, why you're not talking to me? Why are you not going through me? Maybe that's something you used to do that you no longer do. And it's like somebody may feel like overlooked or unimportant, unconsidered. You've been seeing 555 a lot? Okay, we have feels like love. Your significant other feels a certain way and realizes they may be falling in love with you. Ashe. So I love that for y'all too. Some of y'all are in a relationship and but somebody too is also, okay, let me finish this thought. Some of y'all are in a relationship or, you know, dating somebody and you may have, we talked about this, you may have questions like, is it safe here? Do they love me? Are they really riding for me? Is it worth investing my energy? And I love full moons because full moons will always show you where a person really is. I remember when I was connecting with, it was like this family member and she was dealing with this guy and she was dealing with him for months. And every full moon, they had some kind of situation to where they were about to break up. Where he would be like, you know, I really ain't ready, you know, and then she would resist it. You know, she would resist it. They talk it through, repeat the cycle. A whole 30 days go by, full moon go by, they're back in the same spot. Here he go again. You know, I ain't quite ready. And she's like, you know, then they talk it out. Then they do it again. And I said, we did this because I was emotionally invested, bitch. I'm like, I'm trying to guide you. I'm trying to figure the shit out with you. But we went through this for like 4 or 5 months. And I was like, do you see the pattern here? What are we not accepting? Because I didn't want to accept it either. I didn't want to accept it either. I'm like, because it's like, it was like throughout the rest of the moon phases, the veil got lifted back up. And so we were back in the illusion, you know? And then when the full moon would come, it was like, rip, nope, this is it. And so it was always this constant battle of, do I trust my intuition? What is spirit trying to tell me? Is this a challenge that I need to push through? And I tell you one thing, they not together. It ended up being what it should have been, which is what it was trying to be every damn full moon. Spirit was like, all right, here we go again. What you gonna do with it? Here we go again. What you gonna do with it? You know, and I am not saying just because you have hiccups or challenges in a relationship, that means during the full moon, if you bump heads with somebody, chuck the deuces. But I am saying what I'm saying to bring to your awareness, like the trends, the cycles. What trends are reoccurring here? What are you holding on to, repeating, you know, that you might need to accept? Like, hey, this is really what it is. This is really what it is, especially during this time as well. Some of y'all are seeing where people really stand with you. And it's not feeling like love. It's feeling more like hate. It's feeling more like I hate your guts. It's feeling more like I'm good on you, you know? And some of you didn't want to believe that this person would feel this way about you. Some of you don't want to believe that this person would abandon you. Some of you don't want to believe that this is what the true nature of the relationship, you know. And you may be like, holy crap, like this is really where it's at, because this full moon may be very quiet for you. And you're like, wow, okay. And that doesn't mean that's negative, because you may be actually at peace with the stillness, like, woo. But again, it's showing you like, I see who's around and I see who's not around. And hey, I don't know if it will always be this way, but I need to accept this as a possible reality. Well, because it is my reality right now. So I need to accept this as my reality and a possible future reality. Because again, with the trends, you may be like, wow, I remember last full moon, it was like the same thing. And I ain't hear from so-and-so, or full moon for that, I was trying to stay friends with them and it was just headbutting. And, you know, so there may be some things where you're seeing like, okay, like this is really where I'm at. This is really who I can lean on. This is really where they stand. And okay, now how am I going to move accordingly? And that's what this moon, so the moon is bringing that to our awareness. But luckily, I'm grateful for the sun being in Capricorn, because Capricorn's like, all right, now, what are you going to do moving forward? What is your game plan? And those are things that we're being called to explore and to, you know, create for ourselves. Like, okay, given the circumstances, seeing that these are the cards that were dealt, how you gonna play? How you gonna play? You know? So. But what I also wanted to say with this falling in love, feels like love, it's taking me back to that mirror where there may be some things, some insecurities, and this could be like from early childhood, that you feel about yourself. Some of you could even benefit from a love me unconditional ritual on CrystalineMars.com, or just really doing some self-love journaling, some introspective journaling, because it is some things for somebody or a few of you that are coming to the surface. And I see somebody worrying that their partner is not attracted to them anymore, that their partner is disconnected from them. Maybe sex has slowed down, or, you know, maybe communication has slowed down, or maybe nothing really changed, or, you know, maybe it's subtle stuff that always was, but now you're in your feelings, so you're now experiencing it differently. And so, you know, there may be some conversations that, you know, you might want to have if you feel comfortable with them or with yourself, you know? And this doesn't have to be about just partners. This could be with a family member. Like, hey, what were your intentions? And again, trust your discernment. You know when somebody's lying to you. So you can give yourself permission to say, hey, this is how I'm experiencing you right now. This is what I'm feeling. Where do you stand? What's your perspective? What are your intentions? And allow for them to speak their piece, and then trust your intuition as you receive. Because again, you're going to know. You're going to feel the lie. You're going to hear the lie. You're going to know if they're being honest, if they're being genuine, or if they're just feeding you some bull crap. But before you just jump to conclusions, and, you know, just come up with all these stories, at least talk about it. And if you're not going to talk about it to them, talk about it to yourself. If you're not going to talk about it to yourself, observe, like, let things play out, but don't make stories up. Okay? Don't create something that's not. That's not what you want, especially if it's something that you don't want. You know what I mean? Blessed, I just started a gratitude journal. I feel so seen every time I watch your show. I am in disbelief. Oh, Ashe. Peace, Side Films. Brittany said, I'm single, but I've thought about a crush not being attracted to me. Ashe. So we have beliefs here. Okay. Hmm. So it's interesting because I'm seeing two parties with different belief systems, but they're like sort of kind of in the same direction, but they're different. And that may be something that somebody's battling with when it comes to coexisting with different belief systems. And remember, like, your path is yours, theirs is theirs, and you can coexist with somebody who have different beliefs than you. Honestly, there are a lot of beliefs that I have that Brother Logas doesn't have. And, you know, we have two, and I was thinking about this yesterday because Lovely asked me a question on the show about balance and religion, you know, the church and spirituality. And I gave her my perspective. And then when Brother Lagas came on, she asked him his perspective. And I was curious to see and compare to see, you know, what different lens was he going to speak from. And he literally said exactly what I said. And I was like, oh, okay, that caught me off guard, you know. But there are a lot of things that I see differently than him, that I believe differently from him, but we still coexist. You know, we still respect each other, and it doesn't get in the way. There is some resistance that comes up sometimes, but it doesn't break our relationship. And so when it comes to coexisting with somebody who has different beliefs, I think that's actually a beautiful opportunity for expansion, because now you see a different perspective. You can learn from a different angle, which can ultimately help you with transcending, evolving, and expanding your understanding of a thing or life or a person or yourself. You know, so I think it's beauty in that. So that might be something that you may want to just reconsider, okay? But we have exclusivity and freedom. So also, and we have release here. Okay. So exclusivity and freedom. Some of you are definitely just trying to figure out for yourself, like, okay, or this could be something that a conversation that you're having with somebody, or just the desire that you have, because this is feeling of want to be exclusive, right? Want to be loved on, but also wanting freedom in that as well. So some of y'all are going to be living a very unconventional life, or having like an unconventional kind of relationship. It doesn't have to look like polygamy or, you know, multiple parties, but it may just look like, you know, y'all, it's like y'all get each other, where, and that's some of y'all's energy. Like, some of y'all are single right now and you're like, I want a partner, but I don't want to feel caged in. I don't want to feel controlled. I want to still have my freedom. I still want to have my space. I like my little space. You know, sometimes I just want to sit on the couch and I don't necessarily want to talk, you know. And some of you are in relationships and you already have that energy, and or that's something that you want. That's something that you want here. I'm not sure. Somebody may be insecure right now. So I do see somebody feeling more clingy. This could be you or your partner, where it's like they may be, you know, just needing a little more TLC. So again, the conversation will help in just understanding what they need and how you can meet in the middle without completely overextending yourself or, you know, exhausting yourself to show up for them. But I do see somebody being a little more emotionally needy. It's like, it feels like it's attention, around attention. Somebody may just be wanting more attention from you, or you may be wanting more attention from your partner. So communicate it if that's a thing. And if it is communicated to you, just see where you can meet in the middle here. Somebody is in a very, very like vulnerable space here. But it's like there's a safetyness with you, or there's a safetyness with them. And so if you feel uncovered, say that, you know. If you feel a little smothered, say that, you know. And let's see like where we can find a balance, or see like, you know, ask those questions to see get to the root of whatever it is. I feel like I've been going in, y'all. I kind of appreciate I think I started the show at 8:30 tonight. So I've been pretty much reading. Yeah, I cannot keep doing this. I can't be reading for a whole freaking hour. No way. I'm just having a conversation with myself out loud right now because I just realized what I did. Because y'all know I've been showing up for the show. Y'all know we've been making the shifts. You know, usually I'll come in, we'll talk for like 5-10 minutes, maybe 15. Then I would do the message of the day. Then I would get into the reading. So typically the readings would be 30, maybe 40 minutes. But an hour? I came in today at 8:30 trying to, because I was dressed early. And I was like, well, I've been showing up later at close to 9. So let me show up divine a little earlier. But fuck that. Because I'm feeling like Squidward and Patrick with the pizza delivery. I'm feeling like I'm ready to shut the fuck up, but I don't think Brother Logas is quite ready. We got 5 minutes. I'm about to text him. Oh, I gotta do Lovely. Okay, so we about to close out. I forgot I got Lovely's reading. Lovely's live reading. Yes. So that was just a mental note. So yeah, I will be back. I'll be showing up between 9:45 or 8:45 and 8:50, bitch. Cause 8:30 to 9:30? An hour of tarot reading? Maybe if I did this shit once a week or something, but not every day. Whoo. So I'm just thinking out loud. Y'all laughing. I'm dead serious. Cause I'm over here like, bitch, I need to breathe. I need to breathe. And I haven't even been talking fast. I haven't been talking fast today. Y'all know sometimes I could really like just be blah, 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 blah. But today I was taking my time and I still feel like overloaded. God damn. Like, what time is it, bitch? Damn. So we about to close out collective, okay? And y'all over here soaking it up. Y'all over here like, what's the next card? Head. So we have mature man here. No, I don't quite feel drained. I just feel, I can't even say overstimulated. I just feel like I need to breathe. Like I just need to shut up, pause, and be still. Like for longer than I could be on the live. Because like I could stop and breathe right now. But I just need to stop. If I continue to do this every night, I will be drained. So I'm just, again, pay attention to your energy levels and tap. And since we've been doing those prayers, I was talking to the guys, I'm more sensitive now when it comes to me being more aware of my energy. So I just feel it. So I'm just speaking on it. Oh, I love this. Oh, I love this. So we have mature man and we have mature women coming out here. So this is a balance. This is a duality within yourself as well as in your relationships. And we have the house here. This is Cancer energy. November 2nd may be significant here, but again, with this house card number 20, we talked about the Cancer energy. 2 represents Cancer. And so, and like I said, that has our relationships are coming, things in our relationships are coming to the surface for us to address, for us to reflect on, but also other house matters here. So, you know, this is not the time to be trying to escape and stay busy and like go out and about and just like, some of you may really not feel at peace with just sitting in the house. Some of you do feel at peace with sitting in the house, but then you're like on your phone the whole time. You know, you're on the phone the whole time or you're listening to music over the whole time. Because before I went live, this song called, I've been listening to this song. Well, no, I hadn't been listening to it. It came on and I just replayed it. It's called Couldn't Hear Me Over the Music by Eric Roberson, I think. And then right here, the song says, the card says, listen to the words of the song. So it's like, couldn't hear me over the music. The music is so loud, you can't really hear spirit. You can't even hear yourself. Something like that. So spirit's calling for you to just have some stillness here so you can connect with yourself and ultimately grow. So I'm going to go ahead and get into Lovely's personal reading, and we're going to be switching over to the spiritual lesson shortly. It was career, right, Mr. Buddy? Bless say you read me as soon as I tapped in. Y'all leave some brown, black and white, or whatever hearts. I just like the colors of my mood dress today. So I was going to say brown, black, and white hearts if the message of the day resonated with y'all. But that concludes our collective reading. So y'all stay here, though, because y'all know we still got more to go. And I'm about to do a personal, but I'm sure you could get something from it. It was career? Okay. It was career, right? Mr. Buddy? Bless say you read me as soon as I tapped in. Y'all leave some brown, black, and white hearts if the message of the day resonated with y'all. But that concludes our collective reading. So y'all stay here, though, because y'all know we still got more to go. And I'm about to do a personal, but I'm sure you could get something from it. It was career? Okay. Ashe Blanco. Blanco, what did Blanco say? Your mom's birthday is 11/2, 11/2. I'm late, but I will have to replay. Ashe. So I done tapped into your mom's energy, your brother's energy, your dad energy, Blanco. Whole family here, bitch. Brittany said, definitely get your rest after. Nah, for sure. For sure. Thank y'all for the hearts. I love y'all so much. YouTube, y'all been pretty quiet today, but y'all were here. Oh, peace, y'all. Peace, y'all. Oh, y'all know the little comments ain't been showing. Okay. So... yeah. You got the Fool. You got the Seven of Cups. So it does feel like you're ready for a change or you want out. You're ready for a change or you want out or you want up. It's like, I want out or I want up. I want up or I want out. I want promotion. I want to level up or I want out of this. It does feel like you're tired of something, though. Like you're ready for a change here. Change of location, change of management, something like that. Or maybe even just changing the whole field. But with the Seven of Cups being in reverse, like there may be some limits here, some kind of restrictions here. It may be hard to find another job in that field, or like Spirit may just be blocking doors. You said, yup. Yeah, it's like some doors are being closed, but let me see, get more information on this. We have the Moon in reverse. Let me see. So, give me clarify for this Moon. We have the Death in reverse. Okay. 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 So this does feel like it's some spiritual stuff. It does feel like you need to do some work. Do some work. Do like some guided meditations where you do like some contract breakings. I can assist you with that if you do need help. CrystalineMars.com. The services are 20% off using the promo code LOVE. That would be a spiritual clearing. But yeah, you pretty much have some entities here that's blocking your transformation here. That's blocking your transformation here. So contract breaking, and it feels like it's deities and spirits unseen. It doesn't feel like physical earthly beings. It feels more like spirits that you need to go. I'm here in the underworld, so this is some dark energy here. So yeah, calling forth, and don't do this by yourself either. It does feel really heavy. I can't lie. This feels like karmic. It feels like something that you've been battling for years, honestly, and then now maybe showing up through your job or something. But this is like an ongoing battle, and you definitely want to call in your spiritual team and your ancestors. I will call in Anubis. I will call in Sekhmet. I don't know if you work with the Orishas or whoever your spiritual team is, but you definitely want to have some protection with you before you go into the spiritual realm, because it's given like hyenas. It's like it's heavy on the prey. The prey, the PREY. So you gotta definitely be intentional and pretty much stand your ground and clear some shit out. You said, I don't know how. So I can assist you with that. But I mean, it's one of them things where I can like try to show you how to navigate that space, but it's more so you closing your eyes, going into a meditative space, and actively allowing yourself to travel and seek for these beings. Seek them out. You may see them literally tampering with things. You may see yourself tied up or something like that, and like just actively free yourself or actively fight them off or whatever you need to do in the spiritual realm. Again, if you're not too comfortable there, that's when you have your support here in the physical realm who can assist you in the spiritual when it comes to guiding you through that. But yeah, because it's not even given like just get a candle. It's beyond, like you really need to go into the spiritual realm. It's deep. Yeah, we have the Empress here. Yeah, because it's like you've been doing the work and you're qualified. You're ready but it's like this wall is so freaking tall. This wall is so freaking tall. How tall are you? But we have the Ace of Cups. I told you, you're ready. It's ready, but damn. This is gonna be if you are very intentional this year when it comes to battle, when it comes to perseverance, when it comes to fortitude, you're gonna be good. But you're gonna definitely, it's gonna be a hell of a year for you. It's gonna be a hell of a year for you. So definitely expect challenge, and strap up your boots. 5-7. Okay, you said, was that put on me? Let me see. Let me see. No, this is something that was passed down. Honestly, this doesn't even feel like it's all your karma. This is something from like your grandfather or your father. This is from masculine. This is some masculine. This is some energy that the masculine. I'm seeing the paternal side. This is something that y'all have been battling, and so it's your. And I'm pretty much passed you the torch, essentially. So yeah, it wasn't something that was necessarily put on you. It could have been something that was put on your father or your great grandfather or grandfather, and it's affecting you. That's what it feels like. And the King of Cups came out, so this is like a mature man. So it's definitely giving like other generations, like elder. Yeah, we have the Knight of Cups here. So this is interesting. Yes, this was put on a masculine in your life when it comes to, it was a lover. This has to do with a feminine who they were in a relationship with. This could be, and this could be anybody. This could be like their ex-wife. I don't know what masculine this is. It does feel a little elderly though. It doesn't feel like father. It feels more like grandfather, great-grand. It feels like older up there unless your father is, really elderly. But yeah, it could be their ex-wife or their ex-boo or ex-baby mama or whatever. And there was a breakup that happened. Somebody was definitely into witchcraft. I'm picking up on somebody who was, because I heard hoodoo. But somebody was into witchcraft, or they like went to a witch or something like that, because they were hurt because this divine masculine like walked away, or they felt abandoned, and so they put a spell on them. And that curse just been passed down. Okay, yeah, we have the Sun because somebody moved on here. So, yeah, you just speaking positively is not gonna cut it. Like, you definitely got to go in with your light bulb, with your lantern, and you got to shine a light on these. I keep seeing I Am Legend. Every time I like pick up on certain energy, I go back to the movie I Am Legend, where those zombies could not go into the light, but he had to go into the darkness to, I forgot what he was doing, like if he was trying to like study them or something, but he would go into the darkness and he had like his little goggles or whatever so he could see. I forgot. That made me want to go look at the movie again. But yeah, he was studying the zombies, and I think he was trying to get like something where he could like heal them or something like that. But yeah, so you actively going into the darkness, shining a light on the demons and the entities. You said he wanted to capture one. Okay, got it. Thanks. And I'm trying to gather it. So yeah, you got to go in. You got to go in, like I said, and illuminate what this is. Okay. So that's what we got, y'all. So that concludes our tarot tea time of the night. Thanks for sharing this space with us, y'all. Remember, it is 20% off for personal services. So if y'all do want any personal readings, spiritual contract break-in, right? You have some energy that is an interference that's haunting you, that's taunting you, that you need to clear out, that you need to address. I am here to assist you. CrystalineMars.com. Use the promo code Abundance for all of the spiritual exercise, for all of the spiritual services, 20% off. And for the personal rituals, there is no promo code required. You just book and set your intentions, and That's pretty much it. So, of course, love, thank you. And we're going to now go ahead and transition over to the spiritual lesson. Ashe. Yep, and my fire just went out. My candle. All right, it's on you.
Peace, family.
Grace.
Today's spiritual lesson. Today's spiritual lesson is trauma demons. Trauma demons, right? This is one of the major reasons why therapy and psychiatry and psychology doesn't work very well. Admittedly, they have stated it does not work very well. It's very ineffective. I was actually listening to an interview with Tony Robbins recently that he did on the PBD podcast. And Tony Robbins is someone that I used to definitely listen to and studied somewhat on. I really admire the way that he used his motivational speaking on a psychological level to tap into people. What he was actually doing was actually very spiritual, which I came to understand later when I started getting into breaking spiritual contracts. I was like, oh, that's what Tony Robbins is actually doing, whether he knows it or not, right? So that being said, he's very effective, super effective at getting people to breaking their contracts, basically, right? I don't know all the ins and outs of how he does it. I've seen a little bit, here and there of his work dealing with individuals, but I've never been to an actual retreat or anything to actually see it go down. But I can kind of surmise the process that how he's going about doing it. I know it has to do with a lot of visualization, though, right? Which is what we do here, which is what Duüblé does, on the CrystalineMars.com when you do the guided meditations with her, right? So that being said, I want you to understand something. When it comes to dealing with these traumas, the ones that we are holding on to, right? If you're not holding on to it, then don't worry about it, right? But the traumas that we are holding on to are attached to demons, right? And when I say demons is short for, this is something that I've coined myself, dead moons. Right, dead moons, isn't our moon dead? Right, isn't it dead moon, right? But yet, doesn't our dead moon cause the waves? We're going to a full moon, right? Doesn't it cause the waves to shake? Doesn't it cause emotions, right, to increase? Doesn't it create motion? It's funny how this dead thing creates motion, right? So these demons are these dead moons. It creates these demons are these dead moons, right? And if we do not deal with the dead moons or the demons, right? It's not about talking it through per se. It's not about just acknowledging it. No, you have to actually face the demon. The demon is not just the event, because the event will only get you so far, right? It's like, yeah, you could deal with the event, but are you breaking the contract? Are you dealing with the energy that it creates? The being that's attached to that being is going to have a name. It might be Lilith. It might be Diana, right? It might be Lucifer, right? It might be some other ancient biblical name that I don't know of, right? Or it even might be, Samuel, the Archangel Samuel. It might be the Archangel Michael. It might be Zeus, right? It might be Osiris. It might be Oya, right? Because technically these are all spiritual beings. They are not alive, so therefore they would be in the what we would call the dead world, right? And in that world, are they not creating motions upon our earth? Ashe. Now, so understood. I want you to understand on a deeper level, this dead moon, this demon that you are creating or that you are attaching the trauma to. Well, one, the reason why we're doing it is because it's for protection. It's for protection. When we create these, when we attach these trauma to these demons, it's for protection because that demon is there, or that energy, that spirit or whatever entity is there to assist you in some type of way. It's trying to take some of that burden off of you. It's trying to hide it from you. It's trying to maybe actually protect you through it so you actually survive. There's certain traumas that if the deep being didn't come in, you would not survive it, right? So the demon, the energy has a purpose, whether it's a good demon like a Osiris or Oya, or it's an in-between like a Zeus or a Hera, or if it's just on the other side with like a Lilith or a Diana or a Lucifer or a Satan, type of energy, right? It doesn't matter which one it is, it's all for the same purpose. Now, their intentions or what they're going to do and their contract with you, now that depends on between you and them. A lot of times we don't know what that contract is because it's more of a subconscious thing when it happens. Or maybe a better way to put it, it's just like how how people get get abducted by aliens, but then they don't really remember what happened. It's kind of like that. It's like you have a whole conversation with these spiritual beings, but then for whatever reason, maybe it's in the contract for you not to remember or what have you, you don't remember that you created the contract and now you have this contract. And you have to deal with the demon, deal with the contract. Because you can deal with the trauma all you want to, right? And heal and face the trauma and accept it, blah, 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 right? That's not really the issue. Sometimes it is, but a lot of times it's actually not the issue. A lot of times you've already moved past the trauma. The thing is, though, you're still attached to the demon that's connected to the trauma. So when you get triggered or when you keep that's just the demon that's still there saying, I got to protect you. Or we have sometimes, okay, the good ones, like, the angels or the Egyptians or the Orishas, the good ones, they'll protect you. That's what they do. They protect you. Whenever you feel that triggering, you just get protected. So it messes up your trajectory in certain parts of your life, especially when it comes to different types of relationships, whether it be intimate relationships or family relationships or friendships, right? The quote unquote evil ones, they're the ones that just create this unnecessary drama and more trauma into your life. That's what they end up doing. Okay, but either way, you need to deal with the contract in order to break the cycle. All right. But I also want you to understand this: in the grand scheme of things, these demons, whether they be the angel type or whether they be the devil type, or God or goddess or ancestors, you can also have spiritual contracts of protection with your dead family members. Also understand that. But no matter who it is, no matter what it is, understand it's really just you. It's really just you. When I say just you, I want to be clear about what I mean by just you, because people say it all the time. Just you. What does that really mean? Meaning it's just a piece of your soul. It's just another fragment of your soul, right? So to protect yourself, you fragment your soul, right? Or I don't know if you do it on necessarily on purpose. We say, well, let's just say that because the trauma is so great, it fragments your soul, and that piece, for some people, it just becomes a fragment, and it's not able to protect them, and then you end up actually losing your physical life. And then it just becomes this extra fragment on the next life that you come, right? For some people, that fragment breaks off, but then it turns into one of these other beings to protect you in some type of way, right? So that means that ultimately, when you break the spiritual contracts, you don't really get rid of the beings, which is why sometimes they can come back. When you break the spiritual contract, that's just to break the contract with that part of your soul, but then you need to reattach that part of your soul to the whole once again, so it does not become a contract that comes back or comes back into a different type of contract. No, there should be only one contract, and that's with the soul itself. Ashe. So that's today's spiritual lesson. So we're going to the Q&A and any spiritual clearance. Ashe.
Instagram's phone needs to get charged. My phone is 128.
Peace, family. Peace over to TikTok. Appreciate all the likes and the gifts. Peace over to YouTube. Appreciate all the likes, shares, subscribes, and the super chats. And peace over to the OGs on IG. As always, Ashe to the Underworld Reaper. Ashe, Ashe. All right. Peace to Vegan Mermaid and to Owl Fruit. Let's see. Baddie Die. How do I get rid of a Jezebel contract? One way you can do it is by doing a spiritual contract break. You can with Duüblé, right? You can go on CrystalineMinds.com right now. All the services are like a certain percentage off right now, so it's a discount, so it's a good time to do that. If you want to try to do it yourself, you can as well through meditation, trying to find the energy. You can write down, if you know what the contract, I mean, you already know the name Jezebel, right? So you can write down this, write down this energy with Jezebel, saying that, I'm calling, Jezebel, to the forefront, to rearrange this contract that I currently have with you, right? If you can write down a reason why, if you know the reason why, if you have an inclination on why you have this contract with them, you can write down some other energies that you can call upon, whether it be Orishas or Egyptian beings or archangels, whoever that you like to work with, okay? Or just if you want to use self or God or whoever, whatever you're comfortable with, to assist you into breaking this contract with Jezebel. And then after you've written that down and you stated it out loud, right? We can burn a black candle. You can burn the paper itself as well, Shay, and then take the ashes and put it underneath the black candle until the black candle, burns out, right? And you can just keep that on your altar or wherever you have it burned for a while. And when you're ready, you can, let those ashes out into nature, right? Unless it's like wax that just goes on, that just melts on top of the ashes, then you can just leave it, where it is. So that is a way that you can. Those are some ways you can get rid of the spirit, right? You can work on it. Peace to Sheba Bay. Peace to Graffiti. Right. Now, are any of these processes are 100% guaranteed that the energy of being is going to be gone after you do it, or the contract is going to be, I should say, broken? No, there is not a guarantee, right? I've broken many contracts. I've broken more myself than I have on anyone else. But I've broken many contracts, and they do not all break, even when I do my big, ritual style way of doing it. They do not all break. Sometimes it takes multiple tries. Just like anything, you're dealing with you're fighting against something, right? You're dealing with a quote unquote enemy, even though it's you, but it's still an enemy at the time. So it can take multiple tries. You might have to try different ways, right? And then sometimes you might have to go just totally different. Technique might be required. Uh, um, but usually it goes well. Usually the contracts are broken pretty efficiently. I would say also I also recommend is that you contracts do not these spiritual contracts do not work alone. They always come in groups. They're always attached in groups to other things. So that's another thing too. So you might have to go to Duüblé to have her pull some cards to try to find what other contracts that you have that's attached to the Jezebel contract. Just like when you have a cold is not one virus. A cold is a collection of certain types of viruses um, that get end up getting caught up in the mucus inside of the lungs, right? Um, while the flu is another collection of viruses, it's multiple types of viruses that are that get caught up in different parts of the body that cause like fever, maybe the bloodstream or the brain, as well as like in the gut as well, right? So a cold, a flu, cancer. These are not one viruses, it's a collection of them. The same thing with these spiritual contracts, these beings. Jezebel is not just working by herself, there's a group of them. So when you only attacking one, getting rid of one is like when you're dealing with the beehive. If you kill one bee, the rest of them get pissed off and they start attacking you and making your life worse, right? Um, but when you knock out the whole hive or the majority of the hive, right, it stuns the hive. It stuns the hive, right? So, and when enough are killed, the rest of them are like, they flee, they don't know what to do. It's like, oh, we getting wrecked out here, right? So it's the same thing when it comes to these contracts. I like to do at least three. I try to do at least three at a time. And I might go after five, so that pretty much almost guarantees I'm gonna get at least three. So like I'll search for five because I see one that might be like the major one. I'll look out for another four, go after the four as a collective at one time, end up maybe only getting rid of three or four. Sometimes it's all five, but maybe like three or four, or even two, right? But definitely I like to go for at least get some multiples. I know if I can get at least two or more, especially three, that's the sweet spot. Then it stuns the rest of the beings that are attached to it, and then I don't have to worry about a recoil. But I've noticed in the beginning when I first started doing these things, if I broke just one off of somebody, it kind of it make them feel good at the first, but it creates some other issues. But if I got rid of two, three, or more, then it stuns those beings, and then you end up just having a positive effect afterwards. Duüblé says, thank you and Duüblé for taking the time to be my spiritual guide, your collective energy in teaching this journey Ashe to Sheba Bay. You are welcome. I'll be coming on for a spiritual clearing sometime soon, Ashe. Graffiti. Ashe to that. Ashe. Ashe. Let's see. So I'll give you guys a minute or two. It's 9:59. I'll give you a minute or two to see if you have any. We see that, okay, someone just booked a spiritual clearing with Duüblé. Ashe to that. Ashe to that. Right. Like I said, it's a good time to do it, especially, it's the beginning of the year. So It's just like, people go into the gym in the beginning of the year. Well, you want to get into that spiritual gym, so this is the time to do it. A lot of times the gyms, they have, a certain percentage off. They got a certain percentage, off for the signing up the memberships, right? Well, this is the time to take advantage of your percentage off, with the services with Duüblé, right? My service is on there as well, but I'm the we get more intense, and no one has decided. Most people, I would say, just they're not quite. There's a few people that'll do it, but that do it sometimes. But it's just like it's very far and few in between, right? Shay, right? Because you got to be ready. You got to be ready for that level of transformation, that level of work. So I guess you could say that. Um, that's like for those who are ready to be bodybuilders, right? You ready to be bodybuilders? You come to me if you want the introductory levels, and you want to get a good trainer to get you in decent shape, get you in good shape, right? That's what Duüblé, right? But if you're trying to be a bodybuilder, you're trying to be, a professional athlete, right? On the spiritual type side of things, then you come to me, Shay. And me personally, and as well as Duüblé, we're always continuously working on our own spiritual, not just journey. The journey is the journey, no matter what. It's always you can't stop the journey, but our spiritual development, which coincides directly with the physical development, right? I think I'm gonna put that in our 20% off. That's what it is. 20% off the sales active for all services. Shay, for all services. All right. Also, I know you are ending the guided meditation session, but would y'all be open to making them love offering based? I know that you are ending the guided meditation session. I don't know, what do you mean by that one? What do you mean by that one? Maybe Duüblé said that she's not doing those anymore. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, right? Right. But on my services, though, I definitely do have guided meditation on there. But Duüblé says yes, though, to your question. But of course, my spiritual clearings I do on here is a small. It's just that's a quick version a lot of times of a guided meditation. So what is a guided meditation? When I do the spiritual clearings on here, that's a guided meditation. Right? It's almost all the spiritual clearings are guided meditations that I do. So. Jessica says they're probably talking about spiritual exercise. It's talking about Duüblé, Asha. Spiritual exercises. Okay, talking about spiritual exercises. For the night, I guess you're talking about spiritual exercise for the night. Sure. Any more any other questions, comments, or concerns? Because if not, I definitely would get back on my spiritual walk, which I've been very intensely engaging in lately. Especially ever since, the Pluto went into Aquarius. I definitely got very, laser focused on that. I suggest everyone else, do the same. We're about to go into Aquarius, right? We're about to go into Aquarius soon, within the next this next week, right? So it's gonna be a very powerful time, right? When the inauguration of the president is always in the beginning phase of the Aquarius. It's always a beginning phase of the Aquarius month, the Aquarius sun cycle, right? That's something to think about, right? So it's going to be a very important time throughout this Aquarius, cycle. Very powerful time for you to, especially to get your spiritual work in, your spiritual exercises in, right? This is a good time to prepare for. So I suggest you get your spiritual exercises. Don't wait until people wait until January 1st to get their spiritual exercise. Then everyone else is trying to do it, right? You need to get a pump in before that, the month before, get a routine, and then you go into that January strong. Same thing, we're going to go into the Aquarius. So I suggest you take advantage of the sale right now with Duüblé, with all the services if you decide you want me. But do your get your services in now, get your exercises in now, so then when it's time to really put that work in, you already are geared up, you already are in motion to take advantage of the Aquarius time. I think right now I've been really heavily working on my new prayers, my new spiritual exercises for myself as well as for Duüblé, right? Because this is we're gonna go harder. That's like the personal trainer is gonna go harder for themselves and they're gonna go for the client, right? So otherwise you're not really a trainer, you're not really about that life. So we definitely go way harder for ourselves than we do for you guys, but therefore I'm really getting everything set up. I've been doing a lot of the exercises, but still setting up more exercises and more things. And I feel like I'm getting towards the end of getting it all set up the way I really want it. While still exercise, I'm not waiting until I'm done to do the exercises. Understand, I do the exercises while also adding and creating more exercises. Right? You don't stop the workout. You keep working out. But so then when I go into the Aquarius time, with these spiritual lessons for those that Aquarius cycle, and maybe for each month I might do something different where I just give certain types of homeworks for you guys to actually help assist you in your spiritual elevation, and not just be giving you these lessons, but actually give you some actual practices that will create an effect that you can feel or see in real time. Yeah, but the ones with Duüblé, we went on shopping sprees and bowling alleys. Ashe. Candace says it's good to go back into the history of your parents and grandparents. Is definitely history is always very powerful, and you want to go even way back further than that, right? You want to go your parents, your grandparents, your great grandparents, your grandparents' civilizations and tribes that you may come from or at least related to, right? You want to go back, you want to do as much research in history as possible until you find yourself. Dig as much into the history as possible until you find yourself. Ashe. So that sounds awesome. Ashe, Sheba Bay. It's always awesome, when you are, improving yourself. I agree. How can you get that? Says, oh, Candace, how can you get that when they are no longer alive? Only grandma is alive. Well, one, you want to, speak to your grandmother. Um, Two, through meditation as well, you can speak to your grandparents as well, or parents, right? You know, that's another way. You might have to speak to some aunts and uncles and things like that, right? But I will say this. I will say this. Um, Based off of my experience, based off my studies, I guess it depends on what you're looking for. But to tell you the truth, what the answers that you really need, I should say, go back further than your parents and grandparents. Um, and if you just do enough just searching, just combing through the internet for, just history, you'll actually find a lot of and through books as well, you'll find some of the stories that you're looking for um, are going to actually be very much attached or very similar to the stories that your own grandparents most likely would have told you. Most likely would have told you, right? Um, that's just the times that we live in where it's just going to be really hard for you to get, because even our parents, a lot of times they don't have a lot of the information that we're really looking for. And our grandparents, some of them have it, some of them have it, but some of them, even there, it's kind of iffy. It's more like great grandparent or your great grandparents. That's where like the information starts becoming more real and having more substance to it. But like when you look at parents, grandparents, and maybe some great and kind of great grandparents as well, there's a lot of like confusion and trauma and like secrets and stuff like that. So it's you kind of have to an extent kind of have to like wash that part of the history like away a little bit, and because it's so much up in the air chaos, right? You want to go back into where it was a time of structure, right, and powerful institutions and people. Okay, it says not much is there. I've done it. I took my mom to California to meet a sister that claimed she's not her real sister. Shay, right? So you like said you may have to let go of some of that that direct close history when it comes to those type of family members. You might have to try to attach yourself to the history that exists in the books, basically, or in the documents. In the documents. Sometimes cultures get so decimated that you have to kind of like move on. You have to like move on and just kind of like or skip back a few generations and rebuild off of that. Rafis, next time I'll come on live, guided meditation walk to past life, I'll shade to that. Okay, and it says how I thought finding that out would explain why I'm the way I am. Maybe. You can find a lot about who you are or why the way that you are through your birth chart and through your cartomancy or your karmic or cosmology chart, right? Through your name, through your numerology, right? You can find, actually more about who you are through that means than through your quote unquote direct family history, right? Through your family history, you might find out, like some, traumas and contracts that are, in the weeds there, right? That you may be attached to. And so you might find some of those things. But as far as who you are, the way that you think and the way that you act and the way that you interact with the world and the way that the world interacts with you, that is actually, you're going to find most of those answers through your birth charts readings that Duüblé does, through your cosmology, cartomancy readings, right? Charts, through your numerology, through your name, understanding your name, what it represents, and what beings and entities it's connected to, and stuff like that. That's where you're actually going to find a lot of those answers. Amber says exactly, and it's ridiculous. Thank you, Ashe, to Amber. And let's see. Oh, Candace says, how do you know if you are attached to a trauma contract? Well, I mean, that you gotta something that we kind of have to talk through and figure out. We have to figure that out, right? We have to figure that out. I don't necessarily have a test for you to do yourself to find it, unless you have tarot cards. If you know how to use tarot cards, and you might be able to find your own answer through the tarot cards, right? If you have any traumas that you relive through dreams, or you feel triggered by in certain situations, then you know that you have a trauma contract. So those are some indications of a trauma contract. If you find yourself making the same mistakes over and over and over again, there's probably a trauma contract. If you find you keep experiencing the same issues with people, they keep treating you the same way, that might be a trauma contract sometimes. Sheba Bay, do you believe sometimes you have to break trauma bonds with your parents? Well, I don't know exactly what you mean by trauma bonds, but you definitely do have to sometimes break trauma contracts with your parents. Yes, I will say that. I don't know exactly when people say trauma bonds, I don't know exactly what they always mean. Because like bond, as in the trauma's bonding, and like how do you want to break it with, because I don't know if it's like you want to physically break it with that person, like you're trying to just break your connection with somebody, or you're trying to break up the spirit that's connected to it. I don't know, but I do know that yes, you can break spiritual contracts with your parents. Sometimes you need to do that, and you can break spiritual contracts with your parents without breaking your connection with your parents. You can actually break a spiritual contact with your parents and grow closer to your parents, right? Sometimes it pulls you apart as well, though, depending on the type of being or spirit that was connected to the contract. It depends. You have different effects. It said toxic parents. Well, I don't know what you mean by toxic. I don't know what makes them toxic, because sometimes it's a perspective of what is was considered toxic, right? Everyone has a lot of people have different ideas of what toxic is, um, but I will say yes, you can break spiritual contracts with your parents, though. You can definitely do that. And sometimes, and then I would also suggest that if they do if you really feel like they are just toxic people, let's say if they're good people, which y'all have like a toxic relationship, then if you cut the spiritual contract with the being between you, then a lot of times that'll fix your relationship. If the parents or that person is toxic themselves, just in general, they're just toxic people, no matter who they're with, right? Then one, you can break the spiritual contract with them, which will probably disconnect you now. They probably won't be able to really be around you for a while, at least. unless you allow them to latch back onto you. And but then if you want to be able to, okay, I wrote the contract with them, but now it's created the separation, but I still want to try to rebuild this relationship with my parents. Then what you're gonna have to do next then is then break the contract with this being that's attached to them, the toxic being that's attached to them. You have to do that, right? But like I said, once again, there's no guarantees how things are gonna end up going, or if it's going to work, right? But you break the contract off of them, right? And then more than likely, your relationship will improve. Now, will it stay improved? That's another thing. It might not. Why? Because you can break a contract off somebody and now they're good, but they're still engaging in certain habits that is connected to the being you just broke off of them, right? Maybe they keep watching certain shows. Maybe they keep eating certain foods. Maybe they keep smoking certain types of cigarettes, or drinking certain type of alcohol, or talking to certain types of people. So then, like, boom, you broke their contract off of them, and now y'all are good together. But then they're still connected to the same maybe trauma friends or the same trauma habits, and they slowly turn back into what they once were, right? So these are things to consider. These are things to consider. Duüblé says you can break the contract for your family member, but they can always reconnect. Yes, what you said, Ashe to Duüblé. Ashe to that. All right. Any other questions, comments, or concerns? Appreciate the likes from O Candice. Ashe to Sheba Bay. Nice Q&A, yes, nice Q&A. Nice Q&A, definitely my energy. I think Duüblé might say something about her energy being up. My energy is definitely up. We've been definitely, always working on, our health, but we really have found a really effective, really powerful, some health practices right now that's really engaging. And my goal has been like to get the number one goal recently, which is I got to get, my energy up. And it definitely seems to be working. Definitely seems to be working. Along with the spiritual work as well. The spiritual work plays a very, very pivotal role in helping, with that. I'll have to go deeper into like the levels of manifestation. People only look at it from one angle, which is the whole you put out the manifestation and then the object appears, right? And there's actually other types of ways that the manifestations operate. There's other ways that the way manifestations operate. So I want to explain that as well. I gotta make sure I write that down. Graffiti says, yes, so I may or may not be calling on your services for the next guided meditation. Duüblé, Ashe. Ashe. I suggest that you do. Graffiti, I should suggest that you do. What was I saying? Okay, different types of manifestation. Different manifestation. I'll just say angles. Ashe. All right, so I don't see any other questions. Hold up, so you're explaining that next time. Yeah, the manifestations I will. What time do y'all come on? Usually it's Duüblé will start around 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right, and then I usually come in around 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. That is our current cycle. 8:30 p.m., 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. real quiet on Instagram. Okay, they be talking when I'm not here. Gotcha. 8:45-ish. The hour read about killing me today, says Duüblé. Ashe. I guess 8:45-ish then is when we start. It's getting smaller and smaller, right? Ashe. So you said, what time is it there? It's 9:24 your time. It is 10:24 or 10:25 now, our time. So we're 1 hour ahead of you. So if we start at 8:45-ish or 8, I'll just say 8:30 to start looking for it at 8:30, right? Then that would be what, 7:30 for you. So 7:30, 7:45. That's when Duüblé, right? The lady spiritualist, right? The lady spiritualist, she comes on, she starts it off. Ashe. So about 7:30, 7:45-ish, right? She'll start it off. That 7:30, that's in your time, so Central Time, 8:30-ish for us. And then when it's 9:30 for us, I come on, so that's about 8:30 for you. Gosh, 75, 45 your time. Ashe, yep. Ashe. Who is that? Ashe. All right, so I will go ahead and call it a night, and we will see you tomorrow. All right, we say Ashe. This is daily. It's my second time watching. I enjoy both. Ashe. Yes, Candace, we do this daily. We do it daily. So say Ashe, Asante, and Amen. Ime Kamalika, it is done.